Today's matchup features the top-scoring pass offense in the NFL. The Chargers are top 10 in passing TDs, and they go up against the Raiders defense that will need to be on its game. Set for the call of this Week 15 matchup, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
America's finest city on about as fine a Sunday afternoon as you're ever going to see. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Oakland Raiders and the San Diego Chargers. Now a handoff looking right. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And the defensive line controls the offensive front the way we just saw there. It doesn't allow any of the offensive linemen to leak downfield and get to the linebackers and block them on the second level. You end up with the type of play we just saw. Linebackers didn't have to fight anyone off, didn't have to knock anyone to the side, didn't have to elude anyone trying to block them. They just saw the play, ran to the ball, and finished things off.
And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
And he finds Cook. It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a first down as well.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And Cook has it left side. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it a second down. So they're operating in the red zone. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Time quickly to look at the Chargers defense.
I've always loved Brandon Mebane. From the time I watched him play in college through many, many productive years in the NFL, one of the best defensive tackles in the game. Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. This will be caught at the 2. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. And defensively, these corners struggled last week. They're struggling again here early on the opening drive.
And you know that was not unnoticed on tape. So when they saw their struggle last week, guaranteed they went right into the game plan, attack them early, see if they're going to play any better, and if not, you keep the pressure on them until things change.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Now that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed, because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
On the return, it's Kenyon Barner. first down throw here for Rivers. Caught by Gates, left side. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And, Charles, here's the offensive lineup.
Melvin Gordon, the exciting young runner out of Wisconsin. Well over 2,000 yards his last year with the Badgers. This is a guy who can catch it and run it.
Rivers. Gates has it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Do you get the sense, Brandon, that people are trying to retire Antonio Gates? They keep thinking this is almost the end of the line, and then he keeps making catches like the one we just saw there.
He's the old reliable, you're right, just one of 9 players in the NFL with 100 or more touchdowns. Time to meet the defensive starters for the Oakland Raiders, and you want to discuss one of their safeties.
I certainly do. Carl Joseph out of West Virginia. Always did a great job policing the middle of the field. A big hitter, knocked the ball away, but really added to his game his last year as a Mountaineer. Became a better cover guy and a better ball hawk before he got injured. They're really going to love him in Oakland.
Rivers again. As he throws there, incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. And fourth down coming up. Now the Chargers' first-year punter here in 2016, the rookie Drew Kaiser. And this will be taken at the 13. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Raiders will take possession. And now Oakland ready to take the field. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. 13 yards there on the pickup, and it'll give the Raiders a first down. And a nice little pass and catch there on the corner route.
Set up very well by the receiver with a head and shoulder fake inside before he comes back downhill to his quarterback.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. And brought down there by a pair of Chargers on the stop. Defense showing blitz. Now Carr throwing on second down. And a quick throw here that's complete. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or a man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and now it's third down. On third and long, it's Carr. Going down the middle, and it's complete. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. And they're definitely showing blitz here. And they'll run it here. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 11 yards on the pickup, and that'll be good for an Oakland first down.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Carr. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jameis Olawale, his second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Well, they weren't messing around. First and goal, they don't do anything fancy. They just go to the fullback right away.
I like how you phrase that because oftentimes they come back to the fullback when it's late in the down and distance count, right? In this case, first down, let's go get it right now.
And he got it. 6 points on the board. Janikowski now for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now San Diego getting set to go. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Second down, Rivers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. One receiver left, that's Allen. Here's Rivers. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Oh, this is off the side of his foot. Yeah, not a great one there. Out of bounds in the air. And the offense is going to be set up already in enemy territory inside the 45. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. On first down, Carr. He's got time in the pocket. Looking deep in the direct. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out comes the San Diego offense as they get set to see what they can do here. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for him throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just...
It got his man complete. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
And while there is no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window. They've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. From the red zone now, Rivers. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got a key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Now Rivers. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team. Partner's been my experience that after 2 stops like that near the goal line, defenses only become bolder. They don't back off at all. I think they continue to bring pressure and force them to make a really big play against them.
And the incompletion, then the run for no gain. Let's see now. Rivers. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Brief break in the action here. We'll come back to San Diego after this timeout. So now on 4th down, on comes Josh Lambo and the field goal unit for the Chargers. This one from 35 yards away. And Lambo will put this one through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So this offensive unit, they've now had 3 drives, and they only have 3 points to show for it.
Payoff is the key for everything. How many offenses have we talked to that say we have to finish drives? Thus far, this team hasn't finished it quite the way they wanted to.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Try to shake off the intercept. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Cordero Patterson, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Raiders add on to their lead. And I think I saw that right. You tell me if I'm wrong. That was just a fly route, just to go. He went.
Sometimes speed, just pure speed, is going to win. I don't care how athletic you are on the other side of the ball. When a guy's that fast and he can just take off, if a quarterback has time to throw the ball and release it and when he wants to, that's the end result. Nothing you could do about that. He was just a better athlete on that play.
And the Chargers coming out of the field now. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more...
Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for his 2nd.
Watch left. Tight end to the left.
They come up in an offset eye. Ball spotted at the 4. It's 2nd and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. From the 3 now. Here they come on 3rd and goal. Now Carr. And this is caught. It's Cooper. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So it's an old-school extra point, but certainly a disappointment that they couldn't get 6.
Yeah, when you see 19-yard field goal in the box score, you kind of shake your head. But their head coach decided 3 was enough.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through. The end zone for a touchback. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure.
He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Shift together here from the D-line. Now after the INT, it's Carr. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. And now San Diego getting set to go. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. To throw is RG3. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big gain that time for the Chargers. 37 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side. Griffin. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Smith. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. And Griffin must have seen something he didn't like. He's going to call a timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. The final shot here before half for Carr. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So we've reached halftime with a... All right, hang on here. We'll jump over halftime. Just let the system and graphics catch up. Okay, all set. Third quarter now. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Now it's Barner. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. One receiver left, that's Allen. On 1st and 10, it's Griffin. Going for the deep ball. And they went big on first down, proves unfruitful. Keenan Allen, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. And quickly they get to the line. From the gun on third down, Griffin. Looking for his tight end Gates, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Janikowski on for the extra point. Just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. Short boot, take it at the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So out come the Chargers. They'll throw on first down with Griffin. Throw right side, complete to Williams. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so. Second down now after the pass completion. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Here's Griffin, escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Antonio Gates, the veteran tight end, was the intended receiver, and it's third down.
The defensive coordinator came into this game with a plan to get to the quarterback with whatever type of pressure is necessary. It's working to perfection for him today.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he is going to lose yardage here. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play callings.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. In there to bring him down, and it'll be a play to remember for that young man. The first sack of his NFL career. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They come out here in the eye.
All right, here we go.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. 9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down. Now Carr on the bootleg. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops. I see an extra DB on the field now for San Diego.
Yeah, indeed. Throwing now is Carr. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. One receiver left. That's Allen. Now Griffin. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Defense looking to hold serve one last time here on 3rd and 7. On 3rd down, Griffin. And incomplete here on 3rd down. Dontrell Inman, the intended target, and that brings up 4th down. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on to punt for San Diego. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
On play action, it's Carr. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The rookie from Ohio State, Joey Bosa, in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Here's Marquette King now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Returning, it's Benjamin. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Trying to lay one up deep. He's got a man. Complete. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Johnny Holton, 89 yards. And the Raiders are pouring it on.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches a football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And now San Diego getting set to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken.
Now look out, Griffin hit, and he lost the football. It's loose.
For the defensive guys, that's wrong on just about every level. You did so many things right. Knock the ball free, you're excited, you're going to get the ball, and then the offense gets it back.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game. But one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up, not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spreading the field. I think that would be a great strategy right now to try and open things up in the run game.
Griffin. He sets to fire deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So out come the Raiders. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. Casey Hayward makes the tackle.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
And we're back now in Mission Valley and San Diego. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Strong left, strong left, strong left. We ready? Fine, and yeah.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Not my house, baby. Not my house. Not my house.
2 yards to go here on third down.
Tight left, tight ends left. 4 down, 4 down. We ready?
From midfield, here's Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And he finds Cook. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It'll be a gain of 11, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down. Fresh set of downs here. They come out here in the I. And they'll go on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A gain of 3, second down. Red zone opportunity. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Carr going to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Carr. That is caught. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, they were in the red zone, and they needed a first down. Was it a surprise to you that they went to the tight end?
Not at all. I thought, though, the defense might put a little more pressure on him, but still able to complete it. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. First, and he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Jameis Olawale, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the silver and black continue to roll. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now San Diego getting set to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down. On 2nd down, Griffin. Caught by Gates, left side. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll throw on 1st down with Griffin. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. They'll run it now out of of the gun. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. So a costly penalty and now a tougher 3rd down situation. 3rd and long. It's Griffin. Now a desperation throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by David Amerson. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. To throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
One of the advantages of playing zone defense versus in-breaking routes is that if you get the proper depth on your drops, you'll keep everything in front of you, see the quarterback deliver the ball, and that way you're able to break forward and make a play on it.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. And they're going to go soft on the corners. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Carr again here on 2nd and 10. And incomplete on the deep ball. And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
All right, here we go.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Do you try to go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there? Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. Looking left sideline, it's complete. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Carr going to throw here. And Cook has it left side. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. In the red zone this time.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Stop right there. We ready? Fire! Let's go, baby. Alert! Alert! Hold on, baby. Alert! Alert! Check 31. Hey, we go ready. Check. Bradley.
Into the red zone. It's Carr. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, zebra, here we go.
Now Carr again. Oh, he stays up. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Red 18. Red 18. Zebra. 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 Zebra.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Dwight Lowry. And that will write a finish to this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And